We're not in the car this time for the intro. We're already in the gym. I gotta get this going. My alarm did not go off today. I woke up at like 2 o'clock. Not good at all. I don't know how I slept that long. Anyways, we're here for my upper day, for my bench day. And you guys already know, I've been doing the same workouts for months now, and we finally have made progress. We are now beyond a plate for both of our working sets for the 3x5 and the 3x3. So today I will be going for 140 pounds for the 3x5. I think it'll be okay. Nothing hurts right now. I need to warm up my shoulders and get things going, but I should be able to get it for pause reps today if all goes according to plan. So anyways, I gotta start warming up now. Also, sick Breathe Divinity bodysuit. Also got the sweatpants on right now. Bodysuit dropping on the 30th of October, along with a lot of other things, and code Maryland if you don't already know. Okay, I'm gonna actually start warming up. You guys are never gonna believe this warm-up weight. About 5 pounds. I just do a ton of these until I can feel blood. Okay, we're gonna go do, I usually do the pec deck for warm-up, but there's someone on it. But it's open, I think. So I'm gonna go do that. Okay, this is the typical warm-up that I would do for bench. Usually I would start with this, and I would just do like this until I feel warm on the lightest setting. And then I'll either do rear delt like this, or I'll do lateral raises. I don't think I'm gonna do those though, because I just did the 5 pounds. Usually I would do this in the reverse order. Feels like that should be enough for that. I'm just gonna go get on the bench now.
All right, warm-up time. We got 95 pounds on the bar. I was going way too fast for these, and one side is not going up as far as the other one. A little bit embarrassing, but I straightened it out a bit later. All right, now we got 115 on the bar. I usually go up by about 10 pounds between each warm-up set. I am letting the bar sink a little bit into my chest more than I would like to, but I was kind of just going for power on these today because I was a bit tired. So yeah, you can see how the descent is definitely a little bit faster than I would usually do it, especially on a warm-up set.
Okay, we're at a plate on warm-ups now. Every time I get to a plate, I always put the wrist wraps on, and I get out my bag of chocolates almost empty. I just have like small hands and wrists, I guess. So once it gets past a plate, it's just like, it's not really about them like lacking strength. It's just when you have smaller wrists, it's just harder to grip the bar. I don't know. It's safer. I don't want to kill my wrists. You guys know I do that thing where I let the bar fall down with my hands. I've tried to like fix that and hold the bar like more stacked over my actual bones, I guess. But every time I do that, I end up misgrooving the bar for some reason, right as it's about to hit my chest, and then usually like hurt on my shoulders. I don't have any wrist pain. I can bench a plate without wrist wraps. It's just obviously when I'm gonna like be going for a 3x5, I don't want to like be worrying about like my wrists and my hands and like gripping the bar. I want to be focused on like the strength and like the pause of the actual rep. So that's why I do this. But anyways, my eyebrows look super dark. If you guys aren't updated on the eyebrow lore, I've been darkening my eyebrows. I like them when they're darker, but my game disagrees. So anyways.
Okay, last warm-up set before the first working set. We got 135. I think I did this for 3 reps. These were pretty decent. I just wish I would lock out my right arm a little bit more. All right, we have the first official working set with 140 pounds. I think I'm just going to let you guys watch this in silence and look at it.
That was pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. I took way too long to do the set before. I had the wrist wraps on way too tight, and I took too long before I did the set. So then I had to redo them. And then my hands were cold. I think I just need to stop tying them so freaking tight. Last set, everyone. I have 140 pounds. I am very tired right now. It's almost 9 o'clock at night, which is completely my fault. I was up late doing some stuff last night and I couldn't go to bed till like 5 in the morning, and then I woke up super late, obviously. And then I had some other stuff I had to deal with before I came here. But anyways, I'm here late, and benching this late at night or doing anything this late at night just kind of sucks. No spotter. I should get this though. I have been at 140 pounds on the 3x5 for maybe 2 weeks now. Yeah, anyways, I can do it anyways. If I fail this weight, I can just get it off my body. Once I get to like 160 pounds on bench or 155, that's around where like I definitely need a spotter. Like if I fail, it's gonna be rough trying to get that off, but this weight is like fine. These have been a bit erratic today, mainly because I can feel that I'm tired, so I'm just not as strong as I usually am. So I'm kind of like resting. I'm not being as slow on the way down as I usually would be. I just don't really have the energy to give. So, but I still want to get the reps and I still want to be like effective, but they're definitely not as like controlled as they usually are today, which sucks, but can always do better next time. My hand is going purple already. I'm gonna try one muscle up for you guys just because I'm recording this supper day. I'm not feeling great about this. I'm really not feeling that like power that I usually feel. To do these, I gotta like really lock in. I get so scared of these sometimes. I start like literally shaking because the bar is just super high up off the ground. So like when you're up there, it's like scary. And the bar is a little bit too thin to be doing muscle ups on, but I'm gonna do it anyways. So, or I'll try. Next exercise is lat pull downs. I technically made that muscle up, but I'm really not coming like around the bar the way that I want to be or using like momentum at all. I've built a habit of kind of like not going back as far as I probably need to and kind of like coming around like this just because the bar at my gym has a hole in the middle of it. So it's like I can basically just get away with like not doing the outwards portion, and I can really just like pull up and kind of go like this, which is what I do. But like when I would do it on like a straight bar, obviously like the form looks a little bit different, and I can still do it on like a straight bar. It just is a little bit of a different like thing. I usually like ram my chest into the bar when I do it just because I've built such a habit of like not needing to go around like this. Also, the bar is a slight angle and they're also too thin and made of metal here. But not a lot of gyms like have bars for calisthenics stuff, which is fine. Not that many people are doing muscle ups, and muscle ups don't really help you with much of anything besides like having the ability to do the actual skill. It's a little bit dangerous too. Like I don't blame gyms for not encouraging people to do like calisthenics movements like that, because I don't know, if I was a gym owner and I saw a bunch of kids, like teenagers, like doing muscle ups, I'd be like, I don't know. But I know what I'm doing. I'm just saying, I understand. And I have chalk all over my hands, so my hair is getting nasty, but it's fine.
Alright, these sets are a 2x8, and that's basically the same for all of my lifts besides the main compounds like bench press. And I've been doing 3 sets on leg press too recently, but generally I only do 6 to 8 reps on most of my exercises. And sometimes on lat pull down specifically, I will do some like partial reps and basically go to failure.
Next exercise, shoulder press. Not my favorite exercise. This is the part of the workout where I like how we're not even like at the 4th exercise, and I'm already like, this is the part of the workout where you just have to dig deep and push through. Anyways, you guys get on me about how much I talk in between sets, but what the heck? Or my tricep is like sticking out of my arm over here. This is what causes my body dysmorphia. It's like I'm looking at my arms right now, and it's like obviously I'm not in lighting, and I'm kind of goofing around, but they literally look like not that muscular. I don't know. And then other times I'm like, oh my god, my arms are huge. Like I look like a beast. Actually, just never know how big my arms actually are. You guys know I used to do these on the Smith machine, but something I've been trying to do recently, and it's been working for me, is just trying to simplify my workouts as much as possible. So like that even means like instead of dragging a bench over to the Smith machine and setting it up there, I'll just go to this machine. Even though it's a little bit, I can't adjust it as much as I could on a Smith machine. To me, it's like the time that I lose, one, waiting for the Smith machine because someone is usually always on it, but two, like setting it up, just it takes more time, and so it makes it so I'm here longer, and it kind of drags things out, makes it harder to push. So I've been looking for ways to just simplify things, find machines that can make it so I can just run through the workout. Also, after watching my bench set, if you guys watched it and didn't just skip through it, I want you guys to estimate when you think I'm going to get to 200 pounds by. Today I did the 140 3x5. Based on the reps, tell me what you guys think about that. For the 200 pound bench press PR, I said that I was going to stay under 125 pounds. It's still true. Once I get there though, I'm going to decide if I'm going to go for 225. But like, I know that doesn't sound like a big jump between 200 and 225, but I don't plan on adding body fat and going up like 10 pounds in body weight to do it. So for like a 125 pound lifter, a 225 bench as a natural female is like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hit that. I hope I can. But anyways, also I'll decide at that point too, like, because I know like my back is still fricked up and I obviously don't have the strength that I used to on squat and deadlift, but like I might just enter in a powerlifting competition like just for bench. Like obviously I'll lose because my total is gonna be horrendous. I probably will just be like, yeah, I'm not squatting. I'll do like the bar or something. Next exercise, low row. I will be doing this one set at a time because I have imbalances. I really need to focus on having control over it when I do it. And sometimes doing both, I just start falling back into my imbalance and I can't really notice it and correct it as much as I can when I'm just doing a single arm.
I totally should have put more weight on. I don't know why, but these are so much easier this week. I did the same weight last week and they were significantly harder. Anyways, I'm not really sure how I feel about this row variation, but I've been trying out different rows recently just because I have such a problem with leaning to one side during my rows. So the one-sided is a little bit better for me.
Okay, this next part is what I was also talking about with simplifying the workout. So for the next exercises, we have tricep pushdowns and bicep curls. Then we get some rear delt action, and that's all we have. We have tricep pushdown, bicep curls, and face pulls, which can all be done right here on a cable machine. And I like that because I don't have to move around, I don't have to do anything, I just have to focus on the actual exercises, not grabbing the dumbbells. Sometimes I still do dumbbell curls, but I've mainly been doing cable curls recently.
Alright, top sets on these is another 2x8, you guessed it. My form on this is a little bit questionable, but I can feel it in my tricep a lot, and I've made progress with it within the past month, so I'm just going to keep on doing it. And then here we got the angle maxing angle of my bicep curls. My grip was a little bit off during this. I usually don't use this attachment for bicep curls. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It was kind of hurting my wrist. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this epic angle maxing frauding happening here.
See, this is why I like doing it on the cable machine, because I'm going up in weight right now. I don't have to go walk to put away the dumbbells. Pretty nice.
Just when you guys thought it was over, it's not over. I'm doing more bicep curls. This is one of my top sets. I say I do 2x8, but then sometimes I'd be doing like 3 to 4 sets just because my biceps are lacking. I never do the form right on face pulls, so we're just gonna go for it. Do not copy this form, because I don't even know if it's right. I see Jeff Nipper doing it with the cable coming from a lower angle, and I see other people doing it from a more upwards angle. I don't really know what's right, but this works for me.
You know, Lee, we're a lot alike, you and I.
You mean the eyebrows?
No, I don't mean our eyebrows. You see, I was a loser too once.
What? You were a loser?
Oh, yes indeed. But I made myself the equal of any ninja, even Kakashi. And I did it through effort. You say you want to show the world you can be a splendid ninja, even if you don't have all the gifts that others are blessed with. That's your nindo, your ninja way, right? Well, I think that's a fine goal. As fine a goal as I've ever heard, and one worth sticking to. Don't let anything steer you off the path you've drawn for yourself. Forge ahead to the end. Stick to it, Lee. Make me proud. Be everything you can be. Will you do that for me, Lee?
Yes, sir!
In case you're wondering, yes, I did get McDonald's for dinner. I got the 10-piece chicken nugget meal and a Diet Coke. Why would I do this to myself? Because I want to, and it's 11 o'clock at night, and I don't want to cook when I get home. So, I'll be eating the freaking 10-piece chicken nugget meal. I don't know how much protein is in this specifically. Can't be that great though, low-key, but here's the chicken nuggets. Anyways, I'm gonna show you guys the kittens when I get home, probably. So stay tuned for that. After I eat this, I can like feel the bloat already setting into my face after having the fries.
Look at them. They're both in here. Okay, so this is Norma. This is Cora, like Coraline. They love each other. Look at them. Meow meow. They're really eepy right now. They're kind of mad that I put this light on. Some of the nicest kittens ever. Yawn. I think Norma's probably eating behind me. I don't know if you can see her. There she is. We actually only got one of the kittens to start out with, which was Norma. But her sister was also up for adoption, and like my parents went and got Norma first, so like that was a surprise. I wasn't responsible for it, but her sister was still available at the shelter like a week after my parents adopted her. Basically, my parents weren't going to be able to adopt the cat because they were at work, and these other people, after like a week, finally wanted to adopt the cat. So someone else was interested in adopting the sister all of a sudden, but now I like saw like these pictures of her sister like being all sad and lonely at the store, and I'm like, oh my god, like I can't do this, like it was so sad. So I called the shelter. I'd use my social skills. It was awful. It was so bad. I'm really not good at phone calls. But anyways, they basically told me that they can't they can't really make special exceptions or whatever. And so I basically would have to beat these other people to the shelter the next day. So I showed up to the shelter an hour before it opened, and I sat out there in the car and waited for them to open the doors to the place, and then like walked in as soon as they opened and adopted the cat. So I adopted her sister. Anyways, I'm so glad I got the sisters because they are bonded. But yeah, I was very stressed out. I like didn't even sleep that night. I got like 2 hours of sleep that night. And as soon as I woke up, I locked in. I got there. I was sitting out there. I looked like a total weirdo because I was just like sitting in the street in the car looking so suspicious for no reason. And I was just there waiting for the shelter to open. But anyways, got what I needed. They love each other. Norma is definitely more feisty, but they're both such sweet cats. We are super lucky. I know some kittens are crazy, but Norma's really nice. Also, I wanted to announce on here that I started a Twitch, and I've also been going live on TikTok, where I went live once on TikTok, but I'm going to be doing that as like a weekly thing, or not bi-weekly, twice a week. So some TikTok lives. And also, once I get the gaming setup for the PC, I'll be doing Twitch. So I'll be gaming on Twitch hopefully soon. Smirk. Anyways, yeah, I'll be doing that soon. Very excited for that. I got a bunch of games lined up. I'm really happy. Like I was saying, if you watched my live stream, I talked about on the TikTok live stream and the Twitch live stream briefly that for the first time in like over a year, however long it's been since my injury, a year and maybe like 4 months-ish, I have been having days recently where I don't feel my back at all, which is like, I know that sounds like, I don't know, kind of weird for me to say because it's like, well, if the injury was like that bad, you probably should have like just stopped, but like obviously like quitting the gym is just not in, like it's not an option. Basically, that probably obviously like hurt recovery. Like I'm sure that if I just stopped lifting for a few months, then it probably would have became like pain-free way sooner. But I've finally, after all this time, had a few days where I wake up and I like am doing things and I go to the gym and I don't have back pain at all. I sat myself down one day recently because like maybe 2 months ago I was like, I haven't made progress on anything in over a year. And I'm still dealing with the same problems I was dealing with a year ago. And so I signed up for a new gym, and at this gym specifically I don't film, and I go there for my leg days. And every time I make sure that I'm doing the things that I don't want to do first, and I do not allow myself to do the things that I like until I'm done with it. So like I do all like my mobility stuff before my leg days, and then I don't film, so it makes it much easier for me to like focus on and go hard with the PT and everything and stay consistent, because there's absolutely zero reason if I don't let myself film that I shouldn't be doing those things, right, or doing them. So I've been really consistent with my PT recently because of that. So that's why I have like a lack of lower body like workouts and content across my Instagram and TikTok, but I hope you guys will obviously understand it, and it'll pay off and it'll be worth it in a few months when I can finally go back to squatting and I could probably go back to squatting right now. That's like, I said that a few times. It's just, I do not like wasting my own time. So I don't want to waste all the time I've put into recovery and waste everything I've done to like build back up and go back a little bit too like prematurely. I never want to go through this again, or I want to like minimize the likelihood that I'll go through it again. And I just wouldn't be able to forgive myself because like I know that I'm not really prepared all the way yet to go back to squatting really heavy. I like how this is like so serious to me. I just know that somebody is like watching this and they're like, bro, like just do leg press or something. I don't know why. Like because I told myself a long time ago that I would hit these certain numbers, and I promised myself that. And I know it sounds like stupid, but I don't break like promises that I make to myself ever. So that's like, to me, like giving up on that is just like, I can't do it and I can't move on from it. And that's like obviously like not, like some people probably say it's like not healthy really, but I think I can manage it in a way to make it healthy, and I think it would make me happy. And I think it's like setting goals like that is one of the things that makes my life make sense, and it makes me look forward to the future. So I'm obviously not going to stop doing that. I don't know. Leg press just doesn't do it for me, guys. That's all I have to say about it. Obviously, if it gets to a point, I'm not stupid. If it gets to a point where it's obvious that I won't be able to hit those numbers and that the injury and the risk of it is too much, I will take a step back and be like, I'm not stupid. I want to be pain-free when I'm older. I want to have good quality of life. Like, I'm not completely blinded by, like, this, like, weird this weird philosophy I have about lifting and life. But as of the way I see it right now, I can, like, feel it in myself that it is possible. So I'm going to do everything that I can do to accomplish the goals I set for myself back when I was basically like 15, back when I started lifting. So I don't want to just give up on it. Anyways, that sounded a little bit depressing, but I promise it's not depressing. Anyways, right now our main goal is a 200-pound bench press. That's the one we're probably the closest to. I don't know, I asked you guys if you want to estimate what you think that my bench max is, you can. Anyway, Norma's coming back to say goodbye because we're about to wrap up this video. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good Halloween season. I hope you guys have some good Halloween lifts. I think I'm probably going to actually be in the gym for Halloween. I think Halloween's on like a Friday or something. That's my lower body day. This gym that I go to, that I was talking about, that I do my lower body workouts at, it's basically only open Monday to Friday, so I can't just like push my lower day to Saturday. I don't like messing up my lifting routine, so unfortunately, I probably won't be able to do any like trick-or-treating or whatever. I don't know, depending on when I wake up on Friday, I might not be able to go trick-or-treating and steal all the candy from the kids. Steal the kids, what? Steal all the candy from the kids. I won't be able to do that. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me struggle and throw around 140 pounds on bench press today. And my messy muscle up that I did. I'll give myself some credit though. It's pretty good considering I did the 3x5 beforehand. But anyways, see you guys in the next video. And thank you for bearing with me while I figure out how to do everything. Content creation. The camera's focusing on my hand. And Norma's coming to say hi. And thank you for everyone who has been attending my live streams. By the way, I do have my Twitch linked in my link tree, and I have all my accounts linked in my link tree, and that will be in the description. So, anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, make sure to come on my live, say hi, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay.